Everyone, it's Cal. Thanks for being here. I'm here to talk about alignment in order to achieve the Kundalini. And I want to talk to you about it in the most fundamental way possible. Um, we can purify ourselves through our thoughts, deeds, and actions. And when we purify ourselves of the body. And when our cells are purified, they move in alignment. So that means they will automatically pressurize towards the center of your being. This is your vortex, the center of your being. And that's what we want to achieve. Eating healthy foods is key. Eating pure foods will make you more pure as well. And this is really what we want to do. We want to derive ourselves right down to the pure essence of that which we are and truly know ourselves. When we know ourselves, we know our true desires, and this is critical. It's especially critical in today's world where we have so much false desires thrown at us through media. So trying to purify our systems will purify the knowledge that flows to us as well. As is done outside of us, so too is done inside of us. It's a two-way street that works in unison. So eating raw foods, eating foods that you've blessed, that you've purified, and saying beautiful things to people, not being fake, trying to find the redeeming thing and say that redeeming thing because it's true to you. You don't have to say what they think or reflect back how they feel. You can stay true to yourself by finding that that point of interest that you really reflect with in another and saying so. So that's the beginning of really getting our words in alignment with who we are on the inside. Because if you're false on the outside, false stuff will begin to creep in on the inside. And that means false desires will rise to mind. So we really want to stay as clear and clean in our discourse and in how we treat our bodies as much as we possibly can. And when I talk about being so clear, clean, and honest, it doesn't mean, if somebody comes in and they ask you how their new dress looks on them, and you think it looks absolutely horrible. You don't say, yeah, your dress looks absolutely horrible. You say, how do you feel about your dress? Because that's what really matters, doesn't it? It really matters how they feel about their things and their selves. And really having people be strong with how they feel is really important. What they're wearing or doing isn't part of you, it's part of them. So really trying to reflect back for them that it's their own thing, and staying true to yourself with your own thing. I mean, that's absolutely critical. So that's words. Deeds. Now, when we're doing deeds, that can be absolutely anything. That can be tasks. That can be doing deeds of service, charitable. That can be going to work every day and still trying to be as authentic as possible, and you will have authenticity reflected back to you, and you will become more and more refined in the authentic resolution of yourself. That means inwardly you'll be more aligned to who you truly are, and you will reflect that, you will radiate that outward. And people will recognize this, and they will reward you with things that go in alignment with your radiation. They won't reward you with things that are completely off the map. If they do, then you know how you're thinking, feeling, and acting. There's something that needs to be refined there, because as without, so within. We're attracting all the time. And so keeping ourselves clear, clean, and honest in our thoughts, deeds, and actions is really critical to having all your cells feel and know that, and then they act within that, within themselves. You see, who we act, what we do is a reflection on all the cells of our body. And our body is super intelligent. All the cells funneling through the heart for direction. And we are leading them astray a lot of the time with our thoughts, and that is lodging into illness. So we really want to get our thoughts, deeds, and actions aligned, not just to really have the most authentic form of ourselves, but also to radiate health and well-being. Absolutely critical. And you know, it's a hard path. It's a hard path to be really true to yourself through thoughts, deeds, and thoughts, words, and actions. It is no easy task. It sounds easy, but it's actually not. And little things can even bump you up. You know, just the other day I was invited over for a cup of tea with someone, and we're sitting there and they had baked me this beautiful cake. And I knew all the sugar in that cake, and I'm really trying to cut out sugar because it misleads my cell signaling in a variety of ways. So it was really hard for me to decline. And in fact, I didn't decline. I took a little piece, and then I thought to myself later, well, that's not really being true to myself. I could really have admired the beauty of the cake and voiced that, and admired the thought and all these other things, but then declined just due to my own promise to myself, which is to stay sugar-free. So we're all trying in the best we need to be trying the best we can to be true to ourselves, but also communicate that truth in the nicest way possible outwardly. It's no easy path, believe me, but it is worth doing. It is absolutely worth doing, because the clearer you can get your vibration, then the clearer you can get your signaling. And that's really vital and key to not just your health and well-being, but to having true desires flow to you. And another thing about true desires, we're trying to attract false desires all the time. We see something on TV or on the internet, we want it, or we think we need it. And so we start magnetizing. We either just buy it or we start magnetizing it to us. And really trying to keep this electronic world at bay, and trying to focus on yourself and not just your own authenticity, but authentic living is just really critical in having the highest radiation of who you are. And whether you're trying to achieve the Kundalini or not, this is what you want. You want authentic alignment. You want, I mean, there's no other alignment. It has to be authentic or it doesn't align. You have to really work to maintain your alignment. And we don't have to be rude to people about it or be aggressive. We can just do it in our own quiet way. We don't have to communicate to others either what we're doing, to our family members, to our mates, to our friends. We can always think of a different a way to get around this in a gentle way, so that we're not uprooting others or causing others to feel bad about themselves because they're eating hordes of sugar, or they're doing terrible deeds that don't align with their being. So when I say terrible deeds, by the way, I just mean deeds that are false to who we truly are, right? I mean, it's okay to go out there and do something nice for someone. If they need a hand, help them, okay? However, to go out of your way to do something that's inauthentic to your being is nothing but a slap against you. And really, this life is about you. Yes, this life is all about you individually. Yes, we are part of a collective. Yes, we are part of a family, probably. Yes, we have these other relationships in our life, But the number one person you ultimately must be true to is yourself. In order to pressurize your cells, because when your cells are pressurized, they start moving in perfect alignment. And when your cells move in perfect alignment, your organs move in perfect alignment, and they make perfect responses to your central vortex. And the more the perfect responses are, the more authentic and true knowledge comes to you in a variety of ways, in any way you are asking, okay? So we can start with small ways of being true to ourselves, and we can work up to bigger ways, okay? And if there's confusion about this at all, at any time, back up and go small again. Back up and go small. Treat yourself right and work your way up to making bigger and bigger decisions based on how you feel. This is the way to get into perfect harmonic alignment in your daily practice every day. And it's non-invasive, which is what you really want. You want to be self-contained, non-invasive. You want to think about it's lovely to think about other people, and you can do that too, but I just want you to always have that question out. How can I be true to myself through this interaction? How can I be true to myself at this moment through how I'm giving? And then your gestures grow bigger and larger, and you make stronger alignments throughout your life. And of course, you expand this vortex. It gets moving super fast, and then everything is connecting to the center, and then you're having more inspiration, better ideas, having more stronger alignments to others, and where you're both on the same page about things, and life just becomes this really harmonic day-to-day flow where there's actually littler thinking and there's just more joy, because you're becoming more and more in the flow of life. And that's really critical to everyday living. Drinking water, super vital. As we get into the teachings, which I haven't started yet, we will see that water is actually liquid crystal, and you are a crystalline body. And that's what all these alignments to your center are forming, a crystalline body and mind. So maybe some of you have heard about crystal skulls being found. Well, these were incredible masters coming to the earth for the bounty of the earth's power, grounding with the power and working on the force only. Amazing. Okay, and then once that's done, you leave the carcass behind, the skulls, the bones, that sort of thing. So crystalline body, crystalline mind. The mind is learning to quiet down, shut down, and allow the body to do its thing. And the more you align with the truth of you, then the more you align with this crystalline body and mind. Okay, and you know, aligning with yourself, truly knowing thyself. I mean, that's a topic. Unlimited videos, unlimited, because that's really all of what life is. You are here to really align to your center, crystallize your body and mind while doing so, and create your connection to above and below so that you are rock solid. That's what it's all about. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. You take care. Bye-bye.